Hi girls, we're going to be looking at how to put hundredths on a number line today. So yesterday and last week we were working on tenths and putting tenths on a number line. Today we're going to talk about hundredths. So if we think about our place value columns here, okay? We've got thousandths, hundredths, tens, units, tenths, which I know you can't see on the video all that well, but it's the small t, and hundredths. And we know that we work with a base 10 number system, which means, oh, you can't see that either, base 10 number system, which means that as we move up in the columns, everything gets 10 times bigger, and as we move down in the columns, everything gets 10 times smaller. So we know that there are 10 units in a 10, there are 10 tens in 100, there are 10 hundreds in 1,000, just like we know that there are 10 tenths in a unit, and guess what? There are 10 hundredths in every tenth, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if we're talking about tens, for example, so I know if I put 10 at this end of the number line and 20 at this end of the number line, I know that I'm going to have 10 units in between my 10 and my 20. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'd have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Okay, because I know that there are 10 units in a 10. Same like last week and yesterday when we were looking at units. So if I had a 1 here and a 2 here instead, I know that inside my unit I have 10 tenths. So if I split my number line again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'd have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, and 2.0. Okay? Now, today what we're going to talk about is hundredths. Hundredths are again 10 times smaller than tenths. So if I took 2 tenths, for example, maybe we could do 1.4 and 1.5, and because they are next to each other, and I put 1.4 over here and 1.5 over here. Okay, then on my number line, I would have, you guessed it, 10 smaller sections because there are 10 hundredths between 2 tenths. So we go again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and hundredths are expressed as, so I say I had 1 unit here, had my decimal point, 4, and then I'd have a 1, or a 2, or a 3, or whatever, how many hundredths I had. So here I'd have 1.41, 1.42, 1, oh, and I have this one that goes here. So it's just amplifying, it's just all these little bits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in between. Okay, 1.43, 1.44, 1.45, 1.46, 1.47, 1.48, 1.49, and 1.5. Okay, so this is how we plot hundredths on a number line. They fit in between 2 tenths. We can keep zooming in and zooming in and zooming in on our number line, and we will get smaller and smaller parts of a number, because as we know, a decimal is just a part of a whole number. Okay, so if we wanted to plot a hundredth on a number line, and I gave you the number 2.38, so I have 2 units, 3 tenths, and 8 hundredths, I know that I would have to draw a number line. Okay, now I've got 2 units here, but actually I also have tenths, and tenths are 10 times bigger than hundredths, so I'm going to put 2.3 here, okay, And I know that if I go one bigger than 2.38, I'll have 2.39, and then I'll have 2.40. Okay, so my next tenth, which is going to be on the other side of my number line, is actually going to be 2 units and 4 tenths. All right, so I can get rid of this. Just like if you were plotting the number 18, you'd start maybe with 10 on this side and 20 on this side. Okay, so I know that it's going to be between 2.3 and 2.4, because it's actually 2.38. So I'll split it into my 10 equal bits again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll plot 2.31, 2.32, 2.33, 2.34, 2.35, 2.36, 2.37, and 2.38. So all of a sudden I've got 2.38. And if I wanted to write that as a common fraction, I would have 2 units. And because these are hundredths, I'd have 100 on the bottom, 100 as my denominator, and I have 38 of them. So it'd be 38 over the top. Okay, so we've got our decimal fraction, which is 2.38, and as a common fraction, we'd have 2 wholes, 2 units, 38 hundredths. Okay.